Hi, I'm Sarah Robinson, and this is my Math Career Carnival Proposal. For my carnival booth, I focused on the teak. The student will be able to solve problems that deal with measurements of length, intervals of time, liquid volumes, mass, and money using addition, subtraction, multiplication, or division as appropriate, with the career connection of a hairstylist. Hairstylists daily use all elements included in this teak. The one in which my booth will be focused on is that of measurements of length. Hairstylists typically use this portion of the teak when they're doing haircuts, which is a daily part of their job. In addition, hairstylists use intervals of time when they're scheduling, liquid volumes when they are mixing dyes for a customer, and money when they're reasonably pricing their services so that they can bring in more customers to their chair. They use addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division throughout all of these processes. When students walk up to my booth, they'll find my decorated triboard that has the career on top, then the title of my booth, and then I have career connection written out. This is more for the educators that are walking through the carnival so that they can see how it connects, and it also acts as a basis of a reminder for me when I'm talking to the students. In addition, I have measurement information, which will just explain to students that when we're measuring the length of an object, we place our measuring tool, the ruler, at one point, and we measure along the ruler to the other edge of our object, and that is the length for that dimension. And then I'll have my teacher resources, which will include the activities and lesson plans for the various grade levels that they can take back to their classroom. On the table, I'll have scissors, rulers, markers, and this jar, which are for my activity. To start the game at my carnival booth, students will pick up the jar that's on the table and give it a shake. And then they'll pull out, without looking, a situation. In this case, we're going to use this situation that says, I want to cut off 2 inches of my hair. You notice that I have these circles on the different cards, and that is because I have 4 different hair colors for my hair models that I have created. But for our example, we'll be using a red-haired hair model. I didn't want students to just have to cut strips of paper at my booth when we're talking about hairstylists performing haircuts, and so I wanted to create a reenactment of hair. And so I've created these hair models. It'll be a popsicle stick with a cardstock head attached with hole punches, which will have either red, black, brown, or yellow yarn strung through to create a type of hair for our hair models. So since our example required a redhead hair model, I grab the hair model from that respective bucket to begin the activity. I would then grab from the baskets on the table a ruler, marker, and a pair of scissors, which will help me as we move through the game. Once I, as the student, have all of my materials together, I'm going to lay my hair model on the table like I've done here. Then I'm going to read my example card again. I want to cut off 2 inches of my hair. Now I have to think about where I'm going to place my ruler. In this situation, would I place it at the end and measure up toward her roots? Or would I place the ruler here and measure down toward the end of her hair? Since this situation is asking for more of a trim, I would place it down at the ends of her hair and measure toward the roots 2 inches. 1, 2. Once I've realized where my marks are going to go, I'm going to take the Sharpie and draw lines on the pieces of yarn so that I know where to cut during the next step of the activity. Now that I have the measurement marked, I can take my scissors and cut along that line to give my hair model her desired haircut. Once I've given my hair model her trim, I can throw away the strips of yarn that are cut off and put my scissors back in the basket along with the marker, and then I can take my prizes and go look at other booths in the carnival. As the prize for this carnival booth, students will be able to take with them their creation, their hair model that they were working with. They will also get to take with them the 6-inch ruler they were using to measure the length of their hair model's haircut. The main reason I wanted this career to be involved in the carnival this year is for the fact that everyone gets a haircut at some point in their life. It is a career that is really approachable to students, and it allows for a familiarity with measurement so that if they feel uncomfortable with the topic of math, we're able to just relate it back to something that they experience in the real world on a regular basis. Students go and they get their hair cut and they're not thinking about the math involved, but when they do start to see the math in those everyday occurrences, it makes the classroom a more exciting place. And so I figured that this career, connecting it to measurements of length, would be really helpful in getting them excited about measurement and not just feeling that it was another activity that's connected to math. Finally, thank you for your time, and I hope you've enjoyed my Math Career Carnival video proposal. My booth will be requiring a table, and I look forward to any feedback that you are willing to share with me. Thank you.